Trey. Joining us now, Adam Boeler, Special Envoy for Hostage Response. Good to have you back. I want to start here. The president has got some surprising supporters of some of the things that he got done the trip. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But here's how Axios summed up some of the criticism. Says Trump has met with the leader the U.S. officially considers a terrorist, announced he'll lift all sanctions on Syria, and cut a truth with the Houthis, plus a hostage deal with Hamas, both of which excluded Israel. So let's start with Syria's leader at this point. He remains on the U.S. terror list, in large part because of past associations with al-Qaeda and other things. Israel has concerns about him, as do many others. So why do we trust him? Should we now?
Well, I think we've looked over the past number of months since he's moved in, and I think there is some reason, and that's why the president is withholding sanctions. Keep in mind, those sanctions were put on a country led by a different individual. And so continuing something where you have a new leader, you've got to refresh and look at it. The other thing I'll say from an Israel perspective is just because the president isn't in person with Netanyahu doesn't mean there's not massive coordination. So the Israelis knew about the meeting in Syria. The Israelis knew they're an ally of us. So we're going back and forth all the time, even if the president is not in person with Netanyahu at the moment.
Okay, so last time you were here, we were talking about the release of the hostages. You were working in conversations with Hamas. Specifically, there was great concern over Adnan Alexander as an American, finally released this week. What has it been like to return him to his family?
There's nothing better in the world. It was Mother's Day when we were able to tell Yael, his mother, that he was going to come home. And I have to say, you know, my job has some real ups and downs. This was an unbelievable thing to bring a mother and a father and their kids to a son. So I was very happy. It's our 49th American that's returned home under President Trump, and we've got an A-team doing it.
Yeah, it is a work around the clock, and yet there are still hostages that are left with Hamas. It sounds like, according to wire reports coming out, the talks in Doha over those are not going well. What can you tell us about U.S. role at this point and where we go from here?
Well, I wouldn't say that they're not going well. I would say that they're very fluid. I know that Steve Witkoff has been working very hard on this and pushing. And what we made very clear to Hamas is that things need to move forward. You see Don coming out. In my mind, that's a sign that Hamas understands that if they want to move forward in any way possible, if they want this barrage of attacks to stop, which all Palestinians do at this point, then they need to release the hostages. And so we've continued to emphasize that point. I think our team, Marco Rubio, Steve Witkoff, at the president's orders, has been very tough on that. And it's through that toughness, through that strength, that we're going to see hostages released. We saw Adnan released. We have 4 American bodies that need to be released, too.
So a blessing to have Adnan home, and we wish you all the best in those negotiations over those who remain, not only there in Gaza, but around the world. Special Envoy Adam Boeler, thank you.
Thanks, Sharon.